Hey guys, and welcome to Lucy, the Eternity She Wished For. I was given this and was told to play it. So I am here to play it. As far as I know, it's a visual novel. It's about robots or androids or something like that in the future. I read it. I read about it, but I just can't remember what it's about exactly. And it seems like you have two language options. It's either Japanese or Korean. So instead of doing Japanese, we're going to do Korean for this one. So just like my Amnesia Memories series, I will not be reading what is spoken. So you're just gonna have to read it. And if I play character or whatever who doesn't speak necessarily, then I will say the lines, or anything that's not spoken, I will personally read them. Anyway, let's start. Okay, beginning light. 1. A robot may not injure a human being or through an action allow a human being to come to harm. 2. A robot must obey the orders given it by the one possessing control or authority except where such orders would conflict with the first law. 3. A robot must protect its own existence as long as protection does not conflict with the first or second law. So that's the law of robotics. October 12th. You, okay. As I turn onto the main street, I reflexively cover my eyes. Neon signs are as blindingly bright as ever, and those animated holoverts are even worse. Whoa! Whoever came up with the idea to add sound to those holos should be shot. They're all giving me a headache. This place really changed in the last few years. Korea's really come up in the world. Oh, that's cool. So it can either be set in Korea or Japan. Hey, I like that. All around, you can see signs of progress. Maybe a bit too fast. Too soon. Maybe if I just close my eyes. Nope, nothing's changed. Really? In fact, those signs look even brighter. Maybe I'm just feeling a bit out of it. Could be the weather. Change of scenery is in order. I'll take a shortcut home. Get away from this visual audio assault. That's better, just what the doctor ordered. I can still hear the noise in the distance, but at least it's faint now. Gotta admit, this place has a spooky vibe. No one's around. Plus, the area looks pretty run down. Half expect a ghost to pop out as I walk along. Still, my eyes sure appreciate the break. A massive building on the side catches my attention. K Robotics Company Limited. Bet that's what it says on the main gates. One of the biggest robotic manufacturers. They're world-renowned. Even I've heard of them. They get a lot of news coverage, being a frequent topic around school as well. The company's claim to fame are their advanced Android series. Not that I would know. Despite being bombarded by marketing everywhere, for me, I'm the kind of person who prefers analog clocks over digital, pianos over synthesizers, acoustic guitars over electric, and finally, real people over androids. I spot what appears to be crumpled hills of metal in the distance. Yep, their junkyard is my shortcut home. Totally illegal, of course. So I don't intend to get caught. Here we are. The scrapyard for all lost hopes and dreams. Everything here's automated. No one's watching the place. Well, there are tin can-like bots that scurry around like spiders. Probably sort through all the junk for any good stuff. And then there's a lone sentry bot. As long as I don't let it spot me, no alarm goes off. It's worked for me so far. After all, robots are fundamentally stupid. Like my classmate told me, that company's dumping ground, I heard you can find some real goodies from time to time. If you're lucky, that is. Sadly, I've scoped this place out on previous trips. And so far, I've come up empty. Guess Lady Luck's just not with me. Or I can't tell what's useful, as I'm not really a robophile. Knowing me, it's probably both. Whatever. Didn't come here for a treasure hunt anyway. Forget about the scrap. This is only a shortcut home. Heading through this place, I can shave off almost 10 minutes. Risky, but worth it. I intentionally ignore the no trespassing signs scattered all over the place. However, today was different. As I started making my way through, something caught my eye. Is that ahead of me? I can barely make it out. Squinting, I come closer. It looks like... Wait, a person? A woman lying on the ground. She's not moving. Unconscious? Maybe she's hurt? Or something worse. Growing a bit concerned, I forget all about the sentry. Had I just stumbled upon a crime scene that might end up on tomorrow morning's headline news? She needs help. And since I'm the only one around... I dash towards the fallen maiden to lend an assistance. But as I get close, I stop in my tracks. I had to do a double take. That's no woman. You gotta be kidding me. It's so close to the real deal. Two eyes closed tightly shut. Platinum-hued hair that seemed to almost sparkle. From afar, it looks like a person. But up close, there's no mistaking it. An android. Abandoned robot. Okay. Useless piece of junk. Don't scare me like that. Although I've never owned an android, I've seen quite a few around me. The newest models look like the real McCoy, at least from a distance. That's pretty advanced tech. Scary advanced. To prevent confusion, androids are imprinted with serial codes. Each model has its own unique number. I spot the android's code near its belly. I blow off the dust to get a better look. It reads PIM1, number 1, with a design that I've never seen before. Maybe it's a prototype. It looks brand new. If so, then what's it doing here? A failed experiment? It's caked with dust from head to toe. All in all, it's a pretty sad sight. It also hasn't moved a single inch. Looks like it's out cold. Hey, wake up. Curiosity gets the better of me. I decide to test it out. Voice recognition is standard feature for all androids nowadays. Let's see if it responds to my voice. Nope. Hey, say something. Still nothing. Come on! They're gonna cut you open at this rate. I deliver a light kick to the robot's leg. Whoa. Upon contact, it starts to show a sign of life. Its arms spasm as the thing chortles out beeping sounds. Still pretty rigid. The scene looks like it was plucked straight out of an old sci-fi film. Looks like it's running on reserves power. I guess it's still got a bit of juice left. Those jittery movements are making me feel a bit nervous. The light in its eyes have yet to return. I begin to spot a pattern in its actions. It looks as if it's greeting me with a wave, trying desperately to keep my attention. I glance around. I hear a screeching sound nearby, the sound of metal being crushed. It's probably those little robots doing their jobs. I can tell that they're close. They'll probably reach this place in less than 10 minutes. And shred this android into a million pieces. Its existence will soon come to an end. I kind of feel sorry for this thing. I began to sympathize with the robot because I realized just how much trouble it was in. Despite being dusty, it's still in pretty good shape. With some polish, it looked pretty decent. Even in its current condition, the thing to still be in service. If so, why was it chucked? What happened to its product launch? Looking at it like that, it'd be a waste. All of that hard work down the drain. Maybe with a bit of tinkering, I might be able to get it up and running again. Part of me was starting to pity the robot, but the other part was calling me an idiot. I don't need an android in the first place. Plus, I don't like them. To use one around the house, it's unthinkable. And my father will be none too happy about it. I prefer classical music over rock. Classic literature over pulp fiction. And finally, humans over androids. Let's face it, I have no use for an android. Eventually, this robot will be scrapped, with the last parts recycled, with the whole cycle starting anew. Oh, great. Alert! Intruder detected. Nice. Dang it. I've been spotted by that guard robot, the most troublesome one. If I don't make a run for it, I'm screwed. Leaving it would be the smart thing to do. I gotta go. See ya. There's gotta be something wrong with me. Well, but smart's never been my strong suit. Now I'm lugging this thing home, and I'm already starting to regret it. Back in my room, I try to scrub some of the filth off its chassis. I do the best I can with a rag soaked in water. Not too shabby, if I do say so myself. That'll have to do for now. Guess it makes sense the thing would be waterproof, so no harm done. Now for the next issue. How do I interact with this thing? Hey, you! Its arms begin to flail. Respond! If you don't want to be thrown away again, just show me something. Anything besides flailing your arms. I take it that's a no. Should have left you at the junkyard. This is somewhat aggravating. Like talking to a brick wall. This is why I hate machines. They're stupid. And this hunk of junk seems a few transistors short of a motherboard. I'm starting to get a little ticked off. Why do I even bother? Don't do something you might regret. This old saying has never been wrong. Okay, deep breath. Let's consider all the possibilities. Maybe it's on reserve power. A recharge might do the trick. I grab a power cord and... wait a minute. Hey, where am I supposed to plug this in? I've never used an Android before, so obviously I wouldn't know. Maybe your nose? Your nose? Come on. Okay, she didn't like that. Maybe it's my imagination, but I don't think it likes that prospect. Perhaps it's trying to tell me that I'm wrong. I imagine the android with an electric cord up its nose. It would be quite a sight. Try plugging it in. Don't plug it in. I get to try shoving it in her nose. Oh, that's hilarious. As much as I would love to shove a plug up a nose. Oh, whoa. That's interesting. I'm not gonna do it for her sake. I'm gonna do it in another playthrough though. Then how should I power this thing? I examined the robot carefully. Maybe I've missed something. Huh? It's starting to jerk its body from side to side. It seems like it wants to turn around. Something on your back? Taking the hint, I check the back of its head. Let's see. What have we got here? There's a small compartment at the base of its neck. I remove its protective lid. These look like import cords. Bingo. Let's give it a go. Looping the power cable around, I plug it in.
메인 시스템 기동. 성공.
Finally, we've got liftoff.
어플리케이션 구동. 실패.
Uh-oh. Huh?
전력 부족. 시스템 프로텍션 기동 중. 어플리케이션 구동 불가. 절전 모드로 이행. 경고. 소유주가 등록되어 있지 않습니다. 5초 후 소유주 등록에 들어갑니다. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
What the heck is going on?
성문 확인. 지금 뭐 하자는 거야? 성문 기록 완료.
Oh gosh. What? Hold on a second. I frantically latch on the robot. Whoa.
지문 확인. 맥박 정상. 지온 정상. 지문 등록 완료.
Say what now? Careful. I let go of the robot immediately. Oh my gosh.
시각 정보 스캔. 시각 정보 확인. 이미지 등록 완료.
It's on a roll. And I don't think it's about to stop anytime soon.
이름을 발음해 주세요. 소유주의 이름은 무엇입니까?
What is happening?
이름을 확인합니다. 소유주의 이름은
Oh gosh.
뭐냐고 대체가 맞습니까?
What do you think?
이름 등록 실패. 반복합니다. 이름을 발음해 주세요. 소유주의 이름은 무엇입니까? 이름 등록 실패. 스테이터스 등록 보류. 이상으로 소유주 등록을 마칩니다.
Abruptly, silence. It felt as if a tornado had just ripped through the scene. I gripped my head in frustration. Ugh, I really shouldn't have brought this thing home after all. This is already the third time regretting it today. Why do I keep punishing myself? The robot's facing me. Its eyes still have that vacant look, like having a porcelain doll on a shelf. At least the creep factor has gone down a notch since it moved. I decide to throw a few questions at it. Hey, I'm going to ask you something, so listen up and try to answer. You can do that, right? Its head tilts slightly to the side. I'll take that as a yes. Better than I expected, given our track record. Moving on. Okay. Talk to the android or talk to myself? Well, we did want to ask it questions. Careful. So, what exactly are you?
말의 의미를 판단할 수 없습니다.
Oh gosh. You don't have a name?
모델명 루시 발렌타인 PIM001.
Okay. And what's the PIM stand for?
Precision Instrument for Multipurposing PIM001. 루시는 기존의 특화 타입에서 벗어나 언제 어느 상황에서든 소유주의 도움이 될 수 있도록 여러 신기술들이 집약되어 있습니다.
That's a mouthful. Versatile. Latest features. I wasn't expecting those words from a piece of junk that could only move its arms up and down a moment ago. In short, your name is Lucy Valentine. The android named Lucy is waiting for my next words. Let's try taking a closer look. Oh. Okay. What are we doing here? Oh, okie dokie. It looks good as new after the wiping I gave it. It possesses an alluring visage and a slender figure. Regardless of gender, I have to admit that it truly is a beautiful design. I spot something on its left ear. A receiver? The robot looks like a teenage girl. Guess that's what they were aiming for. I can tell that a lot of effort had been put into creating this android. And even I can tell it's a premium model. It'd be a waste to throw it away. Okay. I take a closer look at the android's eyes. They're blue and strikingly realistic. As expected from technology, one whole generation ahead of LED lights. Those eyes do look quite real. Suddenly, those peepers shift over to me. Naturally, I meet their gaze.
안구 형태의 고성능 카메라가 2개 부착되어 있습니다.
Cameras.
인간과 동일한 감각으로 사물을 감지하는 것이 가능합니다.
Is that so? I take it back. Creepy factor's still there. I decide not to look at them anymore. They make me feel uncomfortable. I take a gander at the robot's moist, glossy lips. Hard to believe those belong to the same robo-clunky voice. Let's see if we can change that. What's the deal with your voice?
현재 음성 관련 모드를 사용하지 못하고 있습니다.
Kinda figured it wouldn't be her real voice, though.
루시 발렌타인은 기본적으로 10가지의 개성 넘치는 음성 프리셋을 지원하고 있으며 각종 이퀄라이저 기능을 내장함으로써 셀 수 없을 만큼 다양한 음성을 파생시키는 것이 가능합니다.
That's interesting. So I've got 10 choices. No reply. Why can't you use them right now?
대부분의 기능은 정상 모드 및 프로텍션이 해제된 상태에서만 사용이 가능합니다. 절전 모드에서는 통상의 5% 미만에 해당하는 기능밖에 활용하지 못합니다.
And the solution is?
최소 20% 이상의 동명 여분이 남아있어야 정상 모드로 이행이 가능합니다.
How long does it take for a full recharge?
제로를 기준으로 수면 모드 시에 총 8시간, 통상 모드 시에 총 16시간이 소모됩니다.
I hope the electricity bill doesn't go through the roof. Can't believe I'm acting like a skinflint in front of a robot. That's just silly. Forget about power saving mode. What's system protection mode?
대부분의 기능에 제한이 걸려 있습니다. 통상적인 활동을 위해서는 프로텍션 해제가 필수 불가결합니다.
And how do we get to that?
알 수 없습니다.
Okay. Come again?
알 수 없습니다. 어떠한 필요성에 의해 잠금 기능이 걸려 있다고 판단됩니다. 푸는 것은 바람직하지 않습니다.
Listen, you talking toaster. I'm this close to throwing you out. Well, I'll have to take it to a repair shop first thing tomorrow. When does that place open again? I decide to take a look at the robot's ears.
음성 인식 기능을 통해 상대방의 음포, 음색, 음정 등을 분석해 대상의 기분이나 의도를 대략적으로 알아내는 것이 가능합니다.
I haven't asked you anything yet. I take a look at the body itself. The shirt's that midriff fashion. It's quite exposed overall. For a male clientele, the chest area seems a little... not that I care or anything. Can you move properly now?
모션을 구현하는 대부분의 모조 근육 파츠가 제대로 기능하지 않고 있습니다.
Which ones are you talking about?
델토이드 안테리엇, 델토이드 미들렛, 델토이드 포스테리엇, 펙토랄리스 메이저 C 레비큘러, 펙토랄리스 메이저 레트럴, 바이셉스 미디얼, 바이셉스 레트럴, 바이셉스.
Okay, that's enough. What planet did this thing come from? From now on, try to keep things simple. Can you walk?
불가능합니다.
Keeps getting better. Fixing it is the only option, it seems. I think I'm starting to get the picture now. Let's do a little recap. First, this android's name is Lucy Valentine. Second, it's supposedly a top-of-the-line model. Third, as of now, it's no better than a talking tin can. And there you have it. No choice. Guess I'll take it in for repairs. I'm not exactly rolling in greenbacks. But if worse comes to worse, maybe I can still pawn it for a little bit of change. It's not like I'll feel guilty about it or anything. Now, who'll actually fix you? Heard of this antique shop that's close to my school. And they do robot repairs on the side. Looks like they're my best bet. I'll pay them a visit tomorrow. But at what time? I guess morning's the best option. I'll leave the robot with them and pick it up on my way home from school. That's it for now. Try to save up some energy for tomorrow.
5초 후 수면 모드로 전환합니다. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
That was pretty fast shutdown. I groan as I reach out to catch its falling body. I carefully place it against the wall and straighten out its clothes. What a day. I'm totally drained. I hope tomorrow will be more peaceful. All right, we're going through that again. I wonder if it's gonna happen each time we load in or something. May 3rd, Doctor. Okay. I've endured this far with just one goal in mind. There hasn't been a single day where I could rest. It's become natural to go to bed at the crack of dawn. I don't recall the last time I've been home. Thinking back, it's been quite a while. 15 years. 15 years have passed since I've started this project. But the end is near. 15 years of hard work and determination after all this time. The fruits of my labor may have finally been realized. How long have I yearned for this day? I'd almost given up on you many times, but I've persevered. and finally succeeded. I barely managed to hold back the tears. I remind myself that it's still too early to celebrate. I must restrain my exuberance. I'm teetering on the brink of complete exhaustion. I've been pushed physically and mentally to my limit. I've become a shell of my former self. The last 15 years have taken a huge toll on me. I cannot wait any longer. That is why, please open your eyes, Lucy Valentine. October 13th. You. Pew. Tap. I shut off the alarm by reflex. I groggily get up to check the time. The clock reads 6:30 a.m. School starts at 8 sharp. It takes 30 minutes to get there. So I have about 1 extra hour. There's plenty of time left. And I'm still feeling tired. Closing my eyes, I lie back down. I decide to catch some more Z's. After a brief moment, I get back up. I realized that I'd been forgetting something. Come to think of it, wasn't there I look around for the android. And there it was, dressed in provocative clothing, with a tall nose, luscious lips, and hair glinting in silver. The android named Lucy came into my view. Lucy. As I call out to her, I'm greeted by an immediate reaction. It seems to be revving itself up. It mutters something and starts to rise off the floor. A robot with looks no different to those of a real person. Also with a pretty face to boot. Don't get the wrong idea. Just because it's attractive doesn't mean I'm interested. Since it's a robot. In other words, it's like checking out a girl from a magazine. Except that feeling is amplified tenfold in this case. Although technology is improving, a huge gap remains between humans and robots. You can't approach a human like you would with a robot. No matter how close a robot could simulate a human being, machine and man will always be different. As I continue staring at the android, I think to myself, what kind of greeting should I be using here? Good morning? Did you sleep well? They all feel out of place. I decide to ask about her condition instead. How are your battery levels?
100% 충전 완료. 문제는 발견되지 않습니다.
Good to know. I let out a yawn as I make my way over to the bathroom. Finishing up my morning ablutions, I dry myself up with a towel as I head downstairs. Entering the living room, I spot a couple of plain sandwiches on the table. Grabbing one, I start munching down. It's always the same sandwich from the convenience store just across the street. While chewing, I glance around the living room. My father has already left for work. He always leaves early and returns late at night. Actually, he typically spends the night at work. That's how it is around here. I head back to my room. The android is waiting for me in the same exact spot. Looks like it hasn't budged an inch. As expected from a robot. Putting that aside, I start to prepare for school. While packing my bag, I start to wonder if the robot has any magical self-regenerating abilities. How do you feel? Now that you're fully charged, are you able to walk? Its head slowly turns to face me.
하체 관절부의 상당량의 과부하를 감지. 통상적인 임무를 수행하기에는 무리라고 판단. 이에 걸맞은 적재적소의 수리가 요구됩니다.
Keep things simple, remember?
아직 걸을 수 없습니다.
Still? Aren't you a real pain? Anyway, I understand. I'm not even going to make the attempt to fix it myself. I'm way out of my depth here. I'll see what happens once I take it to the repair shop. Just about finished packing. Only thing left is the android itself. So, how am I gonna lug this thing? Oh boy. Place it in my backpack or carry it on my back. How are you gonna place that in your backpack? That's just silly. Guess there's no other choice. I kneel down, facing away from the robot. Alright, hop on my back. It tilts its head to the side, looking confused. After noticing that, I start to get a little irritated. Top of the line. Yeah, right. Am I supposed to explain every little thing? Listen up. Put your arms around my neck and climb onto my back. Can you do that? It follows my instructions to the letter.
확인 요망. 이 방법이 맞습니까?
Ah! Stop! I surrender! The strangling grip loosens. I collapse to my knees in a coughing fit. I think I nearly blacked out there. Are you trying to murder me? There's no need to put that much force into it. Just do it enough not to fall off. Honestly, I thought I was a goner. That thing's got a steel vice chokehold. This android should look to be a world wrestling champion. Okay, let's try that again. Second time's the charm. Rising off the floor, I brace myself for the extra weight. Huh? But lo and behold, it was deceptively light. I think I'm coming around to appreciating this first-class product. And liftoff. The weather's not too bad. The brisk autumn breeze is cool against my skin. I gladly inhale the crisp morning air, letting last night's stress melt me away. The streets are still quiet, which is good. The less there are to see this, the better. Especially with what I'm lugging on my back. Let's see here. Where's the repair shop? If memory serves, it should be about 15 minutes away. Which is a relief, as I'm not really what you'd call a fit guy. Not sure I can shelt this thing any longer. And now this robot's fidgeting. Hold on tighter so you don't fall off. It feels like I'm scolding a child. Hey, stop moving around so much. I could feel the android through my clothes. Its texture feels surprisingly similar to a human's. I'd noticed it yesterday, yet it manages to surprise me again today. And that's not the only thing. It's warm to the touch. It feels as if I'm carrying an actual person. Probably just its heating system. That would explain it. Wow, it feels just like a real person. I muttered to myself absent-mindedly.
냉각기 및 온도계는 정상적으로 작동 중입니다.
Say what?
인간의 기온을 척도로 세밀한 발열량 조절을 반복하고 있습니다.
Good to know. Motherboards and microprocessors consisting of various computer chips. There must be thousands of those inside a single android. The heat emanating from the machine. It's as warm as human skin. It feels just like us. But it's not a real person. Just like an elaborate fake. Sometimes I fear what progress and technology would bring to the future. Do you know where we're headed? With a whir, the robot shakes its head sideways. We're going to a place that'll get you fixed up. When they begin the repairs, you need to be still and quiet, so they won't be distracted. Do you understand? Hey, I'm asking you if you understood. Say something. Maybe it took my command literally. I just hope it got my message. Letting out a frustrated sigh, I resume walking. It'll be about time for my classmates to head in. I begin to hurry so as to avoid running into anyone that might recognize me. And I'm going to end it here. It's pretty good so far. I can't wait to see how it progresses and what her actual voice is once she's fixed. So, I hope you guys are enjoying it so far. And I hope to see you in the next video. Bye!